You blew through $250,000.
I could have been like so many people who go through it in like 6 months, and I didn't. So pat on my back.
What the did you possibly do? $250,000 is life-changing.
All I had to do was pick up the phone and call my grandmother and be like, hey, Mama, I need $5,000. And I had it.
So you've been a spoiled your entire life. Download my new Simpler Budget app today and take control of your money once and for all.
Hi, my name is Layla. I'm 39 years old and I live in San Antonio, Texas. And this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming up from San Antonio, especially on such like a wintry day. What do you do for a living down there?
I am a remote mental health therapist.
Whoa, okay. Usually the people we try to get our guests in touch with. Like we give away we give them 3 free therapy sessions thanks to Sondermine. You know, that's our people. So that's great. That's a great job. That helps a lot of people. I love that. Cool. What do you make with that job? That could be money. Should be.
You would think so, right?
Is it not?
It's not. So currently I'm making $20 an hour working remote.
Wait, what was your degree?
Master's in Marriage and Family Therapy.
Okay.
But when I was in Virginia, I was making like $78,000.
Why are you doing this? How many hours a week do you work?
40 hours.
Okay. Why are you doing this? You're working for like a nonprofit? What are you doing?
So I work substance abuse. So I was in Mobile, Alabama. And
that's why I can't understand you. Okay.
And, my husband got transferred here. And
transferred?
Yeah. So
husband?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So with him being military, we came here and I was going to try to work here in Texas. But unfortunately, I failed the NCE by 1 point.
Well, then good. Right? If you're failing that, I don't want you to be out there helping.
But that's not even fair because the test doesn't even mean that much. Like I can still be a counselor without taking the test.
But you can't make the $75,000 a year wage?
Well,
because you don't qualify for that type of job?
I was unlicensed when I was in Virginia. I was working on a adolescent acute mental health unit.
Okay, so why are you making half the income now?
Because apparently the South doesn't value mental health, like at all.
It's a major city. San Antonio is in the top 10 metropolitan areas in the country. I don't know about that. It sounds like you're working in an addiction place, which is absolutely fantastic, but
$20 an hour.
Yeah, but there's more options than that.
So I'm having to still work remote because I can't work legally here in Texas until I pass NCE, right? And there's catch-22.
Why don't you pass it? How often can you take it?
So I can take it every 3 months.
And when was the last?
March.
Of 11 months ago?
Yeah.
Of 10 months ago? Why haven't you taken it again?
So
if we could double our income, why not take a test?
Here in Texas, you wouldn't exactly double. I would make a little bit more because I would still be an associate. So I'd make a couple dollars more.
What is the job you would do? So
I would be an LPC associate. And the jobs that I looked at in San Antonio, they make roughly maybe about 23, 24. So a few dollars more, but not that great. But being in my field, I realized that I am burned out. And I am so not happy.
What are you burned out with? Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you're meeting with people facing addictive issues. That's incredibly difficult. That gets so... I'd be burnt out too. I get that. But, I mean, what are you trying to say? It's not like you don't have debt to pay off. You need the job. You need to make money. What else can you do?
I do. So I have a lot of debt to pay off. A lot.
Wait, you said husband. So this is a dual income household.
It is, but we keep our finances completely separate. We have a prenup agreement.
What? You have a prenup? Who's the multimillionaire?
So before we got married, I had a lot of money. My grandmother left me.
When did you? Yeah. When did you guys get married?
2022.
2 years ago, your grandma left you a lot of money, which means I would say we can pay off the debt potentially. Okay. Well, what are we dealing with? Right? What is the nest egg that we're dealing with here? What do we get to play around with?
So basically, I have nothing left.
What do you mean you have nothing left? Wait, how much did she give? Are we talking like she gave you $20,000 and over 2 years that's gone?
Oh no!
That old
oh no! I had like $175,000.
What the did you possibly do?
And it took 5 years to spend 5.5 years to go through it.
What are you proud of that? What?
Because I could have been like so many people who go through it in like 6 months, and I didn't. So pat on my back.
Hold on. You could have No, 175. You said 5 years ago? 5 years ago, you got it.
5.5 years ago, yes. The account settled in April of 2019.
Oh, it was 175 damn thousand? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's just say I open up my investing app of choice, Moo. Wonderful. And I put $175,000 in there, and it just does 8% a year. All up years, down years combined. Stock market history. And it was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, you're 34. 34, we got 26 years until we can pull it out. Essentially, tax-free, 0 additions. That becomes you just lost $1.4 million. Congratulations. Because you decided to spend it all. Congratulations. And you're proud that it took you 5 years to spend it instead of 2.
Yeah, it's great. But
objectively, that is wrong. Did you not just hear the number I said? $1.4 million. You have any kids? You have any kids with this prenup little kid?
You're gonna love this. So get this. So
it is too early for this. Come on. This is usually the get to know stage, the little foreplay, where you're diving deep. You're going full peg.
You are going to love this. No. You are going to love this. Get this.
What are you getting excited for?
Get this. Wait,
hold on. Why the f*** are you here? You don't have the fucking why are you on the show? Tell me before you tell me what I'm gonna love.
Because you're gonna fix everything.
How would I fix?
You're gonna tell me what I need to do because nobody's helped me before. I could tell you what
you had $175,000. You didn't sit down with a financial advisor when you got $175,000.
Oh, that's what you're gonna love. The money that I got was in a Raymond James stock account, so it was. I don't know what Raymond
James is. I'm sure it's a brokerage. But
it was a stock account, an investment account.
Okay. Yeah, with Indeed and Glassdoor and Salary.com, we're seeing about the median San Antonio wage and pay scale. Typically, we're looking around $50,000 a year.
And LPCAs, and on top of that,
that'd be a $10,000 increase from where you are.
So it would be.
So it was in a stock account. Then what?
When the money got released, I took some time off work, and I had some surgeries. I had some surgeries to take care of. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So I lived off that money for 6 months. Before I went back to work.
Over the surgeries.
So I had sinus surgery, and then I had weight loss surgery. And I took time.
How long are you out for sinus surgery?
So my sinus surgery was I was out for 2 weeks. It was pretty bad.
You don't blow through 175 in 2 weeks, okay? What about the weight loss surgery?
But I paid rent. I had a car payment.
What about the weight loss surgery?
The weight loss surgery was.
When was that?
July of 2019.
Well, I technically already have permission, but I'm gonna ask permission again. Can I be offensive real quick, potentially?
Yeah.
Question, did it work?
Yeah. I lost 100 pounds.
Good job. Well done.
I was really proud of myself.
Good. I am too. 100 pounds is huge.
It is. I did really well with it. I started realizing that I was ready to go back to work. Because, of course, after the money settled, I had a car that was in...
Wait, I'm sorry. I was trying not to get canceled, so I didn't hear your answer correctly. How long were you off work for the weight loss surgery?
So I took off from July to September.
Did you... Okay, well, that's also still 175 for 2.5 months. Total so far is not adding up, so I don't know what the f*** you're talking about.
So...
What was your lifestyle cost? What are you talking about? You're making $75,000 a year. Okay, and did you not have any kind of... well, that's not disability. I was going to say disability insurances.
I didn't have short term at that time, but at this time I was in Mobile, Alabama, so I had just graduated with my master's, and I was making $20 an hour then.
You made such good progress.
I know, right? I was doing so well. I was taking my friends out to eat. I took care of everybody.
Because your stomach was shrunk? You didn't have it all for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made sure that they had food. And I, of course, bought stuff. We went to Vegas.
Would they have starved?
No.
Okay.
But I was doing really well. Bought a car.
What kind?
I bought a 2019 Nissan Maxima Platinum.
And that's new at that time. Oh, That sounds expensive. How expensive was that damn car?
It was like 40 something.
You bought it in cash?
No, I was upside down on my other car, but I had to get rid of it because it was in somebody else's name that I
you got $175,000. Who gives a f*** if you were underwater?
But I was trying to hold on to it, to be fair, I held on to it for a long time. To be fair, I didn't go crazy nuts because I almost.
You lost $175,000. You lost $1.3 million. That's pretty. You don't value.
But we're not.
money.
We're not going to focus on what I could have had. We're going to focus on what I had and how well I did with what I had.
How well
at the time?
So you think you actually did well?
Yeah.
Because it lasts 5 years.
5.5 years.
Yeah, but you were only out of work for 2.5 months.
I was out of work for a few months, yes.
So
and then
the 5.5 years, we're talking an additional $75,000 a year in that time.
Right.
So times that by 5 plus the 175, not including any kind of growth that the stocks were getting, which during that time it certainly was.
It was.
Talking the COVID time. But either way, divide that by 5. Okay, you're proud that you scaled down so much that you lived off $110,000 a year, basically in poverty. You are so brave. You're an inspiration to all.
I should be. So
You should be what?
I should be an inspiration because, like, I know so many people who got money and it was gone within like a month. And
whoa, your brain is so lost. Okay, come on, that's so lost. Well, you realize it?
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm here because, like, I realize it, but I also need help.
You're past tense talking.
Yeah, like, I mean, I realize it. I made a lot of mistakes. I 100% get that. But, you know, the thing about it is when it comes to my past choices.
What's in retirement today?
Oh, you're going to love this. I have nothing in retirement.
So every time I'm not going to love something, you're going to say you're going to love this.
Pretty much.
That's your
thing. Just so you know.
So you literally were given the blessing of a lifetime through a tragic circumstance to essentially catch up on retirement and get to a place where all your fuck-ups didn't matter because someone came in and saved you. And then you decided, nope, I'm going to fuck my life even more. I'm just going to, doesn't matter. Well, at least you don't have kids to worry about. Are kids in the future?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely not.
That's fine. I don't care.
No kids. At the time, I was, living life and just enjoying myself.
Why are you okay? So you got the prenup for $175,000. That's not even like prenup worthy.
So when me and my husband, we met New Year's Eve 2019, and I moved with him to Virginia because he got stationed at DC in August of 2020. So in the middle of COVID. It wasn't until February that I got my really good job. I was really happy. And I had to live off that money. I paid my part of the bills. I paid everything I could because I didn't want him to support me. I didn't need him to support me. And while that's a totally different story now, we had a prenup because of some of our past thoughts on finances.
What?
My husband, his last marriage, she didn't work and she just drained the bank account. And I was like, I don't need your money. I've got my own. I'm good.
But prenup, we're talking more divorce stuff anyway. So why does it even matter what she was doing during?
We're pretty much at the point where I just told him, whatever, if you buy a house, whatever, I will walk away. And I signed a piece of paper saying that. I will completely walk away.
So he was protecting himself even though you were the one with the nest egg that came into the marriage?
I mean, to be fair, he had a nest egg too because he makes $180,000.
Are you saying had as in had?
I mean, my husband makes $180,000.
Yeah, but you said the word had with a D.
So
does he not have a nest egg?
He does. He sold his house. He had bought a house. He sold it while we were in DC.
Okay. Was the money properly put places? Or was it blown?
I assume so. My husband's really good with money. I am not.
You know nothing about his finances?
I know very little.
Does he know anything about your finances?
Oh, yes. Because
why? What is this relationship that you guys have? Are you guys what about united goals? United goals for the household? You guys just seem like two buddies that live together. No, let's be honest. I mean, that's kind of what it is.
To a certain extent, but
it's a situationship.
It's really not because here's the thing.
A legal one.
So here's the thing. So and my husband takes really good care of me and I am I love him to death.
Well, how does he take care of you? You guys are completely separate.
Because when I send him screenshots of my account being negative every day, he sends me money and covers it. He takes care of me.
Why would you need to be sugar daddy from a husband though? Usually marriages are partnerships where we form together in a union and we share, we plan, we goals. But instead, he's your sugar daddy.
We don't have
because he's your sugar daddy. Is that a kink of his? What? No. This is a weird relationship. Hardly marriage, and a lot of people have separate finances. And I'm not going to freak out about that specifically. But the way you guys are doing with the prenup, even though you guys don't really, it's just he doesn't sound like. It sounds like he does well, but I don't know. And then he sends you money by you sending screenshots of your financial situation so he can probably enable your bad behavior like a great spouse. And then you're blowing hundreds. This is so weird. You guys are so weird.
I wasn't always bad. Like when I first got the money and everything got, divided out. I did pay off credit card debts twice because once wasn't enough.
Whoa. When?
Yeah.
Your dates-ish.
So the end of 2019, I paid off credit card debt.
That was your first time and it was only a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
How much credit card debt did you pay off in 2019 to then have to do it again to then be now with negative net worth when you were positive at that time?
I think I was like 26,000, something like that.
Okay, and then the next one?
And then the next time I paid it off was we were in DC and I had my great job. Yeah. So let's see, that was like 2021-ish.
Okay, so 2 years later.
Yep.
Basically 2 years ago. It just became 2025. Amount?
That one? Because I had gotten more credit cards. I had like 14 credit cards at one point.
So how was the first one paid off? Through the money that you got from the death of someone? How was the second round paid off?
I called my advisor and was like, hey, I need 30.
Your advisor, I guess he has to allow you to do it if you ask him and tell him to. How did they at least push back?
No.
On your
But I mean, here's the thing. Just like when I was growing up, when I was in undergrad, all I had to do was pick up the phone and call my grandmother and be like, hey, Mama, I need $5,000. And I had it.
So you've been a spoiled your entire life.
But I'm an awesome bitch, to be honest. So,
You might be, but spoiled as well.
I mean, I don't disagree. Like, I know I've been spoiled.
But how are we going to make progress, though, if your husband is continuing that spoilage?
But my husband really isn't spoiling me because...
You sent him screenshots of your bank account and then he lends you sugar daddy money. What do you mean? You said he's take care of you, but by take care of you is spoiling in your situation.
I mean...
We're probably going to have to fucking call him on the post show.
And let's
call him in the post show.
Let's not even forget that my husband...
Oh, gosh, we have to talk to this guy. We're not getting the full story. And then you're here alone because you guys are completely separate.
We are.
You guys are on nothing together, no accounts?
No.
And even like utilities?
So no, the water bill is in my name. The electricity is in his name.
Why are you guys just overcomplicating it?
He just bought a house too.
He just bought, my husband just bought a house. This is so weird.
And it was an impulse purchase too. But he did it.
People who don't even want to get married can get married. And then I'm over here just like.
Oh, and we had like a great wedding too. It was great.
Sure you did 2 years ago.
We did. We had a great wedding.
Proud of you.
Actually, we had 2 weddings.
Situationship wedding.
It was great.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, where do you think you are in the world of finances? Self-assessed today, not trying to think of the past and how you justified in the past previously. Where do you think you are today? 0 to 10. 0 being the worst finances, 10 being the best finances. Where do you think you are?
We're like negative 100.
You, not we, you. You don't have a we. There's no we.
Fine. I'm like negative 100.
Did you fucking hear what I said? I said 0 to 10. Let's start. Yeah, how about just rub a couple brain cells? You're obviously not stupid. You have a master's degree in the world of help.
I do have a master's
Please
degree.
think. Where do you think you are? Where you think you are today. Just where you think you are today. Assign that to the score. 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best, 5 being in the middle.
0.
Okay, great.
So we're on the same page with that.
Well, I don't know. I haven't gone through this yet. If you want your Hammer Financial score, it's free. Link in the description below. See where you're assessed on your finances. And if you want to come on the show, you come on the show. You're from the audience, right?
Yep.
And from the audience, just like you guys, go ahead, apply, come be on the show. We'll have your finances. We'll have a good time. Then you get to hang out with all our production team. Have you had a good time hanging out with the people so far?
I have.
Yeah, and the onboarding process was simple and chill.
It was.
Informative and all that good stuff. And good. You can go through all that. That's a good time. Go to calebhammer.com/apply. We'd be happy to have you on the show and get you connected with the resources and everything as well. Which we'll set you up with. But let's fucking wake this up first, because this is not. We're just not in the right. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna have a great time.
I'm gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a great time. I promise.
Okay. Apple Card. We are sitting at $3,836.14.
Yes.
With a $152 minimum monthly payment, you make $20 an hour. So you make $40,000 a year. What hits your account on a monthly basis right now? What hits your account? Do you even know?
$2,400. And by the time I do my car payment and my debt management payment, like
debt management.
Yep.
We have all this debt and we have a debt management.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Did you answer how you paid off 21's debt?
I called my Raymond James and just.
Oh, you just pulled it again. So you still had money in there.
Yeah, because I
when did we hit zero from the 175? When was zero hit?
October of 2024. So just a few months ago.
Did that not just kill
It did.
you? It should have. It should have killed you seeing it go down in general. Did you even know it was almost zero? Or did you call and they said there's nothing left?
No, like I kept watch on it. I knew what was in there.
Then why'd you keep going to it instead of, like, I understand going to it the first couple times, but then you're like, oh, I'm actually draining my nest egg. Let me fix the thing that is getting me into the place of having to take from it.
I figured that was a future me problem.
Future use now.
Yeah, but no.
Go on, explain.
I mean,
I would love to know that opinion.
That's a future me problem, and
you saying future you is not now, but the future you problem that you said future you would have to deal with is now, because that's what you were saying was I'll get once it hits zero. It's zero.
I had a sad day when that happened, but I was really proud of myself because I made it last 5.5 years.
Your mind is warped and on that opinion. Because
that's your opinion.
Yes, when I say things, they do tend to be my opinion. Well, okay, wait, why are you so defensive out of this being proud of this thing? Because that's going to be like a big thorn between us. It is like, here's my fear. I'll let you explain in a second. I'll let you truly try to rationalize this the best you can. But my thing is, if you are in a position where you're proud of blowing through 175,000 hours while making 75,000 hours a year for 5 years ish. I know some was a little less, whatever. But even still, so like 110,000 hours a year, blowing through that, like you're living on poverty mode, and that's a congratulations thing, getting to zero. Then what happens if we get you to a good place out of debt for the third time? And
technically for the fourth, we'll get there.
And then we get your retirement on track. We get you to a big thing. If that mindset is not changed now, you blow your nest egg again. So why are you proud of that? I can't have that be your mindset. I can't have that for this conversation. For your future, I can't have that. Your future fucking matters, dude.
I mean, that's all I can do, right? Because, like, I can't. It's so hard.
No, it isn't. That doesn't make sense. No, it isn't. Are you saying we can all only act in the present? No, we can act for the future.
And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm getting ready to go back to school and change my career. But
really?
Yep.
So that's why we haven't taken the test yet. Oh my gosh, you just keep leading me down rabbit holes. I was so close to talking about this Apple Card.
And hold up. Let me, you're really going to love this too. So
I hate that. I hate that phrase. So say that again and I will fucking, we used to have a spray bottle. Can I have a spray bottle? Cause I need to just I gotta spray that powder off that cake off the face. This is you, dude. This is your fucking, if you just, I hate that phrase. That phrase has annoyed me the last 2 times. It is aimed at you. Powder will be flying.
So I'm in my great job, right? So we're in DC. I got my great job in 2021, making $78,000 a year. I was so happy. Life was great. Never made that kind of money before in my life. 2022, my husband was getting deployed to Tampa, and yeah, he was deployed to Tampa for 6 months. And
can't be the right.
They called it deployed in place.
Okay.
And so I had
deployed in place or stationed.
Yeah, he was deployed in place for 6 months. So it wasn't like a permanent thing. So I
Fighting
had
the terrorists in Tampa.
So basically, I had a hard time in my job in 2022, and I had a lot of stuff happen like where I was working, and it like really killed me. So I ended up
What?
going out.
What vagueness? What?
So I had my first anxiety attack on the unit because of just how toxic the unit was.
What? What? His unit?
I was working.
Sorry.
This is when I was working at a inpatient adolescent psych unit.
Okay, so it was too much for you working at the.
It wasn't, but it got to a point where it was, and I was the only therapist on a 15-bed unit.
Okay, so you couldn't do that, and that's fine. So
I started having anxiety attacks because of how the nurses were acting because they were terrible. And so my psychiatrist took me out of work, and I did have short-term disability. So I spent the summer of 2022 flying back and forth between DC and Tampa.
Why didn't you go to Tampa?
I had a great time. I was going to Busch Gardens like every day.
No. Why didn't you go to Tampa with them?
So I was still at work. I was still working.
Yeah, but then you weren't.
I wasn't, but I was back and forth.
But you couldn't afford the back and forth. Why not just go there, stay there?
Well, back then when I had the great money, I could afford. Like I was.
You couldn't have. You drained the account. That's not the. Life will never be good again.
Life was great.
Life was. It will never be good again.
It will though. But then
not with this, lady.
And then
math is
math is not my strong suit. It did take me 5 times to get out of college algebra.
5 times?
Yeah.
Wait.
I failed it 4 times.
What did you fail?
College algebra. I failed it 4 times and passed it finally the last time.
Uh-huh.
So then 2022, my husband is getting ready to come back to DC, and I had quit my job and had started another one. And then my husband decided that he was going to help me out and get me out of debt again. So that's time number 3.
So
let me ask you. He took out a personal loan of $50,000.
He took out a loan? I thought he was a fucking millionaire from the sounds of it.
He took out a personal loan.
Why? Does he have it? Is it that he took it out? So does he still have the personal loan? Does he still have the personal?
Yeah.
And are you paying him?
So I was, but then when he got like actually deployed like overseas, I had to move. He's like, we're not staying in DC.
Now, what are you going to say for deployment? Are you going to say he went to fucking Berlin?
No, he went to Al Dhafra, which is like an hour and a half from Dubai. So he was like, we're not staying in DC because rent was expensive. Everything was expensive. So I was like, let me move back to Mobile with my friends. I'll be happy. And I moved back. And of course, I got this wonderful job with a master's degree making $20 an hour. It's great.
This one?
It's great.
So you got it in Mobile and then you...
I did, and they're just let me work remote.
What happens until... He'll fucking move again. He's moving every second of his life.
So he is about to retire. He has put in his paperwork.
How old is this dude?
He is 42.
Thank you so much to the tens of thousands of people who downloaded my budgeting app, Simpler Budget. It means a lot. So much so that we wanted to extend our offer. There is now an extra week left to get a 30-day trial to Simpler Budget with a 30-day free trial to Simpler Budget Premium and lifetime access to my new budget-friendly cookbook. On top of that, anyone who signs up for an annual membership right now or before February 14th, which is my birthday, and renews at full price will be sent a free Founders Edition notebook upon renewal. All copies will be decked with our Founders Edition stamp and the Simpler Budget logo and signed by me. Just make sure you provide us your address and your proof of purchase in the email we send you. Thanks again to everyone who's already downloaded Simpler Budget, and you can download it right now for free at calebhammer.com/app. Hey, 2,400 came in. As you said, you were pretty close. I mean, it was just slightly under, but like $20. Okay, that's fine. How much did you spend this last month? What did you do?
Negative. Because like I can tell
negative,
you my account.
You spent negative? That doesn't make sense. So you actually, what do you mean you spent negative? As in you didn't spend more?
Like,
hey, how much did you spend this last month? How about that? How about answering the question I asked?
How about, I don't even know because I don't even keep track of it.
Dude, your best guess. I just want to see where you assess yourself. I don't ask this for no reason. You are so complicated for no reason. What do you think you spent this last month? What do you think you spent this last month, lady?
I don't know, like 3,000. I don't know. Take a guess. You know better than I do.
Yes, I know the fucking number. That wasn't the point. How are you this like brick walled in the brain?
I don't know. But like it's not even
No. So
like
$2,400 and you say $3,000 went out. Why is it okay to spend $600 more than you make while relying on daddy?
My husband takes care of me.
Yeah, I know that. He enables your behavior. Why is that okay? Why is that okay? Why? Now you think why?
Because I had my grandmother that like helped me out my whole life. Now I have my husband.
No. You're just telling me something that happened. Why do you think it's okay?
Because it is. I mean, he's my husband.
So you have no reason. You're not able to actually answer that question.
I'm not.
You are unable. How do you help people with their problems?
So I do substance abuse, right? So I help people who are
You have the substance abuse of fucking money.
I mean, yeah, but see, when I'm in my job,
You're like
we're not talking about me. It's not about
fucking spoiled.
It's not all about me. It's not all about me.
You're spending in life is you spend more than you make and you get money from daddy.
Yeah, he takes really good care of me.
I stop saying that. I'm adding that to the list, the spray bottle list. If I do say that 4 times, that doesn't answer a question. That doesn't benefit the fucking conversation. Also, no, you spent $4,000. And you think that's okay? Like you're some kind of mature adult? I'm glad you're not having...
I am very mature.
Have you been able to hear the words that are happening in this conversation so far? Because I can't allow you to believe that it's proud to spend $175,000 in 5 years or $110,000 a year. I can't let you think that you are mature. I can't let you think that it is okay to be enabled constantly throughout your life, because look where we've ended up while being enabled. I cannot allow you to think these things. You continue to think these things and we will not actually change it. Just like many people that come on the show, you see it from the audience perspective. Okay, cool. You come on the show and you think this is just going to be a numbers game. I create the budget, you fix a problem. No, it is those 3 things added up so far. Those behavioral mental things, belief things. It is those that if you do not address, you do not fix, you do not change your mindset on, you will continue down this path forever. He will not be in your corner because he'll get sick of it. He'll get sick of your and you'll be done dying under a fucking bridge.
I don't think that'll happen.
Why? Because of him?
Because he loves me.
Okay.
And he is like
that
seen me through
was
so much.
Not the point.
He has seen me through so much.
How are you taking that as the point? Why are you locking onto that as the issue? Lady, I didn't even... That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point. Just where's the ability to think... Where's the...
But it's okay, because I'm going to be a fancy lawyer one day. It's okay.
So that's the new career path. That's the question.
Yes, I'm getting ready to take the LSAT, and I'm applying to law schools. Because I
Wait, so you're going hundreds
of
of thousands of dollars into debt?
Yeah. I'm already, and let's not...
You don't respect money. You don't understand money. You have no respect for the dollar. Look at that. You casually blow $110,000 a year, and you think that is like you living on poverty, like living on $20,000 a year. And now you're going to go hundreds of thousands of dollars a year into debt for school, and you're like, that's nothing. And you're not even good with stressful jobs. Good luck lawyering.
I am really good with stressful jobs. I'm going to disagree with you there. But
you told me your story and you want to leave this job and everything.
But I've always wanted to do better, right? So basically in 2022.
I'm good with better, but you're not doing it in a smart way. Sorry,
in 2022.
Oh, is this another fucking story time? Are we going down Story Central?
Yes.
Story Central?
So in 2022, it was great because I decided I wanted to
Everything was great in the past. Everything's now great.
Right? And then I wanted to get my PsyD. So I was going to go be a psychologist. Yep. I was going to go on. And then now I applied for a school in San Antonio and I did not get in, but they offered me a spot in their master's program. So I accepted and I went to class one day and it was like, I'm burned out. I'm done. I don't want to do it. So then I got back to my roots because when I started undergrad, I was headed to law school. Like that. That's why my undergrad is criminal justice. I was headed to law school. And then I had people in my corner who just pretty much just told me I couldn't do it. They told me how hard the LSAT was, how hard it is to get into law school, and all this other stuff. Just basically like you can't do it, right? So now I'm about to show everybody what I am.
You're not going to show anybody. You've never accomplished anything in your life. You're a complete failure at 39.
Not a complete
That's
failure.
brutal and rude, but it's what you need to hear.
Not a complete failure.
You are just using school as an escape, as a vessel, as a way to not work, as a way to not confront your issues, as a way to not act mature.
I could be worse.
What is this? The Infinity Stone Collection of Financial Audit? Could be worse. Haven't heard that in a second.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yes, it could. Everything
I could be addicted to so many things.
That you didn't even break
could
the
be
rule. You're
addicted
just
to
pissing
anything.
me off. Yes, but it's not about that. Why is because I could be on my 600-pound life, you think it is okay that I have this? Objectively, no. I am not a healthy person. I am objectively not going to live as long as other people if I have this. I do not have as much energy as other people. I am objectively unhealthy. Just because it can be worse and I could be what Tammy was on fucking 1,000-pound sisters does not mean I am in a good health position. Why you're using now, instead of just using school, now you're using that as a way to justify you being okay. You're probably using, listen, you lost 100 pounds and that's great, but you probably use the concept or the fact that you lost 100 pounds as, because that's a big goal and big milestone, as a justifier for why you don't think you might need to lose more weight. You're still objectively unhealthy. You are, you know, when fucking another pandemic rolls around, who are the people that died? It was the people like you and me, the thick dudes, the dudes with tits, or in the old people. Just because you lost 100 pounds doesn't mean you are still in a good spot. You are not. You are likely to die if something happens like that, and you're not as likely to live past the age of 70. It's as simple as that.
That's fine because I don't have the money to live past 70.
That's not the point, though. You don't have to be defensive. That is not the point. That is not the point. It is the fact that just because you are not the worst does not mean you are good. That's not how the math works. That's not how the equation works. Don't allow that to be an excuse and enablement of yourself to be in this position and continue bad behavior.
But it's going to be okay because I'm only like $120,000 in student loan debt.
Right now.
It's okay, yeah. The other student loan debt will be a future me problem. It's fine.
But future, so are you going back to school to avoid having to pay on the $120,000 right now?
No, I've been in forbearance and all that. I have never made a student loan payment. I've been in deferment. Like I've been all the programs you can get.
No. Are you in forbearance or deferment?
Forbearance.
We'll have to
Because I sent them my paycheck stub saying, "Hey, I'm too poor. I can't pay this. I have a six-figure
what if the
degree."
new administration doesn't give a fuck about that?
I don't know what I'm going to do then.
Yeah, it's future you problem.
It is. It's a
As
future
in
me
like
problem.
next month. As in literally next month.
We'll figure out.
I know nothing about the new Department of Education head.
Well,
Future nominated.
I mean, my payments when they tried to get me to pay was like over $1,000 a month payment.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not necessarily against you being on an income-based thing or getting forgiveness if you work for a nonprofit. I'm not against that. It's the fact that you just consider it to be nothing and future your problem. Like, that's why we're just never going to get anywhere. Like, again, through here, it's just an Apple bill, Dutch Bros, Apple bill. What are all these things? $14.31, $8.45, $6.48, $4.32 through Apple bill. What the fuck is that? What possibly even is that? What is it? Why?
Probably games or
Gems? Gems in her phone? You're gemsing it up?
No, not quite. Probably like stuff from Apple Music. Probably.
Wait, what else can you get from Apple Music that's not the subscription? None of these are the subscription.
So I've bought stuff from TikTok. I have bought like stuff to contribute.
And then you use Apple Pay for that? Mm-hmm. Contribute?
Like, yeah, I've gotten like psychic readings and stuff like that.
Well, that's contribute? What, huh?
Yeah, because like you send them money, right? And they will like tell you your future.
Why'd you say contribute?
Because like I contribute to their like fun. Like they're going to have money, right? I don't have money, but they're going to have money.
You're okay with not having money. And I think one of the reasons that you're able to say that, and one of the reasons why you have the mindset on the student loans and everything that you've said so far, is because your grandma enabled you, then your man's enabled you. You've only ever been enabled. You've never had to actually worry about the consequences of money because someone else has always bailed you out. You've been bailed out 3 times. I hope for your, I don't want you to get a divorce from a love reason, but I need at some point for someone to not take care of you so you actually finally learn. You need to go through what a lot of 18-year-olds learn, but at 39. Because this is a joke more than 2 decades later. Come on. Oh, and then Apple Store, $179? What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, I got new AirPods.
Oh, thank goodness.
I needed
You
them.
can hear things.
I need them. Yeah, I need them.
Okay. Interest charge this month alone was $84. Last year, almost 1,000 hours in interest. It's at 26.74% interest rate.
It's a great interest rate, isn't it?
Well, what do you think a good interest rate is?
Like 3, 4, something like that. My car loan is at 6.
I said 26.74.
But I mean, like, yeah, it could have been worse. I've seen people with like 30% interest.
No, it's like if you don't value the dollar, it's like, what's going to give you the motivation to get out of this?
I mean, I'm motivated now. Like, I'm trying to go.
But
and, like,
why?
better
You
myself.
just made a joke about the interest rate.
I mean, like, what do you want me to? Like, I can't change this right now.
Yeah,
like,
but why?
Right now, I cannot change it.
Why be stupid about it though in the conversation?
I mean, like, I can't change it like right this moment.
Yeah,
but
but why be stupid about it in the conversation? Do you not know how to answer fucking questions correctly?
I do.
Then do it. Try.
I don't know. So here's the thing.
What generation of inbred are you?
So here's the thing.
Oh,
so
I'm not gonna answer that one either.
With my Apple monthly payment, so Apple was one of the ones that I did not close when I went into debt management. That one and my Royal Caribbean one.
Why?
So my debt management said that there was a couple they couldn't work with, and Apple was one of them. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll keep that one. And I had somewhat paid it off. And then, of course, I needed it for gas and groceries and stuff, trying to contribute. And because I try to contribute when I can, but now I've used up all my credit cards and I just can't contribute to the house.
You've heard me say it before. Good financial planning isn't just about today, and it's not just about you. It's about protecting the people who matter the most today and for the future, especially for your kids or anyone else who may depend on you and your income. Luckily, today's sponsor, Fabric by Gerber Life, makes applying for term life insurance so easy to make sure those you care about are protected. You can do it all online, right from your couch, and in as little as 10 minutes. And you can even skip the health exam. If you're young and healthy, the time to lock in affordable coverage is now with better rates. Even if you already have life insurance through work, it's probably not enough and won't follow you if you leave and get a different job. With your own coverage from Fabric, you won't be leaving yourself vulnerable in worst case scenario. With Fabric, you can get up to $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. Plus, they offer free digital wills, college saving funds, and more, all in one easy to use app. They equipped you with everything you need to manage your family's finances all in one spot, and even better, right from your phone. Plus, Fabric has the backing of Gerber Life, a name trusted by families for over 50 years. With more than 1,900 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, thousands of families are turning to Fabric to use their tools and help secure their loved one's financial future. Join thousands of families who trust Fabric to protect their families. Apply today at meetfabric.com/Caleb or click the link in the description below. That's meetfabric.com/Caleb, meetfabric.com/Caleb.
So now I'm on my husband's Amazon account and I like use
What about
stuff.
this? What is your car that you have? Is this the one we talked about, the Nissan?
So no, I had a Nissan. I have a Lexus now.
You have a fucking Lexus?
I do. I have a 2022 Lexus.
Is it outside?
It is. So
okay, well, let's take a look, because you are spending $764 a month on this. Let's fucking take a look at this thing, because this better be the nicest fucking car I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
Oh, let's fucking see then, huh? All right, let's go for a field trip. For $764 a month, this better be the nicest damn car I've ever seen. That's an insane minimum payment for someone who makes $240, $2,400.
But when I got it, I wasn't like I was making good money when I got it.
Okay, how much were you making when you got this car?
$78,000. I got it when I was in DC, and I got it when the car market was doing so well. My other car appreciated $14,000, and so I put that
So you
as a down
sold it for a
payment.
profit.
I did.
Which one is it? Because I don't see one nice car
It's
out
like
here.
You must not have one.
I do.
You must not have
How
one.
expensive is your car?
My car, I got it. It was $61.
Yes, my car is more expensive. Is that? Are we jerking off over car prices?
But like, I love my car. I'm so like, it's the only car that I ever got without my grandmother's help.
Show it. Zoom in on the white thing.
It's like the only car I've ever got without my grandmother's help or anybody's help. Like, I did it.
How
Like,
the fuck old did your grandma live?
she was 91 when she passed away. So she had a great long life.
She did not help you. Grandma did not help you. She did not set you up. If that's the first car you've ever bought without someone help and you're in your mid to late 30s, that's a joke. You are an adult. Actually, I honestly thought that maybe you're just being like, oh, maybe I'm a little nervous for the camera. Maybe it's just I'm trying to give my thoughts on the past and why I justified it back then. But you're not making any adult decisions in your 30s. You are like mentally, in terms of your understanding of money and life progress, an actual child in a 39-year-old's body. Just in terms of your maturity and mentality on that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like, my grandmother was amazing. All I had to do was pick up the phone.
Amazing, but she did not actually help you.
I just had to pick up the phone and tell her, hey, Mama, I want a new car.
Oh, so you got a Lexus SUV. No offense, even for the nicest brands, let's call it Lamborghini, the SUV still just look like a normal SUV. So it's just like, what was the point? You could have got a Subaru something.
Ew.
I don't know, a Toyota.
Ew.
No, it doesn't matter. It would be it looks the same from the outside to everyone else. I'm sure it's a little nicer on the inside, but also you can't afford it.
But when I got it,
yes, but we sometimes, I don't want to share all this, but sometimes when our income changes, when our income goes down, when things happen, just, here and there, we do something called change our expenses, adjust our budget.
I got rid of everything.
When's the last time you ever made a budget in your life? Huh?
Oh, I've never made a budget. I've never had to.
Okay, but yes, because of the enablement. Oh my, you're spoiled. It's like, what will this conversation accomplish is kind of what I'm wondering then. Like, of your net income, that's 32, that minimum payment is 32% of your net income. That's fucking crazy. Going to a car payment. The Money Guy rule. My boys Brian and Bo over at Money Guy, love their YouTube channel. Very educational, very good. That's 8% of gross income. On gross, you're probably going down from 32 to maybe 25 or something. But even still, you're beyond over. Plus, I doubt. Well, how long was your term? Because their rule is 3 years. How long was your term?
So I did 5, and then I refinanced it.
Refinance?
Like
why?
6.
Didn't you get it when rates were at the bottom?
So I had a cosigner to help me out to get
because you can't do anything on your own. You just bragged about how you did that car on your own.
Well, I did. I put all the finances. I just had a cosigner.
Yeah, but you had to cosign because you couldn't get approved for a loan because your finances.
I could get approved for a loan, but I wanted a better interest rate.
What's your interest rate now?
6.3.
Okay, it's not like yeah. Look at this, great. Whatever. Okay.
But my first car loan I ever had was 16%.
So you owe $32,839.72. Mm-hmm. And how much did you put down again versus the purchase price?
$17,000. The purchase price was $58,700.
Okay, so you hit their 25% rule. Our boy Jake has the value of the car.
And I think that it's actually I have equity in it.
He's pulling it right now, but when does the term expire again?
2029, I think.
No offense, it did not look that nice. Neither does mine, for what it's worth. It's just, they're SUVs. SUVs they're never the nice looking car of the brand that is a nice brand.
But it's Lexus.
What does that mean?
It's Lexus.
That literally means nothing to me.
It means a lot to me, though.
Why?
Because, it's the first car. Because after my grandmother died, I almost bought a Jag. Almost, but I didn't.
Why would I want you to buy a midlife crisis car?
I'm not. Was going to get.
That's what the retired kind of lower middle class guy gets at the end of the cul-de-sac is a Jaguar. What are you talking about?
Maybe that'll be my next one.
Jaguar, they're not even cool. What?
But I'm happy with my Lexus. I love that car.
That's great. You have a Lexus of $40,000 a year. It's crazy. The purchase price of that car was $20,000 more than you make in a year. Gross.
But I got rid of everything that I had when I did debt management. I got rid of everything except my car and my purse.
Purse?
Yeah, I have a Louis.
Huh?
I have a Louis Vuitton that I bought when I was making good money.
So when you make good, because if I even try to get your income up, it doesn't even matter because you just spend the money you have. Your lifestyle inflates yourself up to the rooftop. So that wouldn't even do anything if we get you to. You have to budget. Please do a few things with the resources we provide you. Go through our budgeting class for free. Actually build it. I would go through it with the husband as well. Why not? You get it for free. Make him go through it as well. Go take the quizzes, do the education, build out the budget, stick to it. Go through the debt class so you can understand this debt, the debt management process you went through, the good debts to utilize. Then eventually go through our investing one so you don't fuck up another massive nest egg the next time you build one up. Go through it all. You get it all for free. You guys get it for 15% off when you bundle all of them together. Or if you're part of our Simpler Budget app, which download your Simpler Budget app.
Okay.
Download that, build your budget in it. It automatically pulls from your accounts. It's a simple app. It's what you need, just the basics.
How do you budget negative, though?
Huh?
How do you budget? Because, like, obviously,
Wait,
I have more going out than I have coming in. Like, how do you budget
We'll look at the end and see if that's possible. Sometimes you do need more income, depending if you've pushed yourself too far. But use the Simpler Budget app, okay?
Okay.
And then sit down with a domain financial advisor. It's the people I use. It's the people our audience use. They get a free session. You get a free session. Sit down with them. Please utilize our resources. I'm giving you this. I've partnered with them for a reason, for you as the guest. Okay? Well, we built the budgeting app, but even so, you get it for free for a lifetime. Also, you never sent us the VIN for your car as we requested in order to get the value of your car.
I thought it was on the
It's not.
AutoNation sent me an email this morning telling me that, like, I have value in my car.
Okay, what did it say it was worth?
I had like $4,500 equity, which I mean isn't much, but it's better than being
So it
upside
said
down.
it was worth like 38,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Which I mean that's about right.
I agree. You're gonna sell it.
No, I'm not.
Then this conversation's done.
I mean,
No. If you're not willing to do the most basic thing, this is as much as your income. This conversation is done.
but it's not. Here's the thing.
No,
Here's the thing.
no. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I do understand.
No,
I do understand.
If you're not willing to do that, there is no point of continuing this conversation.
There is. Here's the thing.
What does your husband think about this car?
So my husband tried to get me to sell it last year.
Then there is no point of continuing this. We haven't filmed this long enough to make this an episode, but there is no point of continuing this. Do you not understand that?
So here's the thing.
No. Why are you not able to fucking talk?
Because if let's say I sell it, right?
Please be willing to sell this. Please be willing to sell this. If you don't, I can't continue. I will not allow myself to continue this conversation if you are not open to the idea of selling this and getting rid of what I think is your largest debt. You have to, because you'll have $4,000 of equity. You're going to sell it. Very good. You take that $4,000. Maybe we borrow $6,000. You get a $10,000 car.
Ew.
Yes. Your class is bitch. And then all of a sudden you pay that off as quick as you can, and then we save up after we have a 6-month emergency fund, and we're contributing to retirement to try to get us to a place where you have the chance to retire when you're able to take from the taxable retirement funds in 20 years without any penalties. And we save beyond that. We cut back from some fun, and you get yourself a newer, nicer Lexus, which we can get you to if you follow our fucking plan. I am not willing to continue this conversation if you're not willing to sell the car.
So I have to talk to my
What?
debt management program because like
What?
I can't open like any credit stuff.
Oh,
So because
Okay, so what
that's been the problem.
yeah, what we would have to do in that context then, if that's like the last debt to pay off, we'd have to save up like $6,000, sell the car, then roll that $6,000 we saved up and the $4,000 equity position into a $10,000 cash car, which is honestly even better if we're able to do that. Okay, are you open to that?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm willing to continue the conversation. So this is a Bank of America Royal Caribbean card?
Oh yeah. We cruise.
Who's
every now
cool.
and then.
Why doesn't the guy with money pay for it?
Oh, he does. I just got approved for the credit card with them.
Why if he's paying for it?
Because here's the thing, I kept getting approved for credit cards, right? After he paid off all the debt, I kept getting approved for credit cards. And it just felt so good to keep getting approved. So I just kept applying and kept applying and kept applying and kept applying. And here we go.
You are a child. You are a child. You are a child. You're a fucking child. You're an infant. You do not have the... Okay.
And we're going on a Virgin cruise because that's what I got my husband for Christmas in August.
You got him that. How much did that cost?
So I only had to pay the deposit, and the deposit was like $500. And I put that on
But
Firm.
you spend $2,000 more than you make. You put it. Oh, you
I
put
put
it
it
on
on Firm.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't have because I'm fat, the energy to. You're so lucky there have been people in your life who are willing to baby you. I'm not willing to do that. I'm willing to give you resources that make you go into work, that you have to work for to benefit from.
But I did everything, like growing up. My grandparents told me, go to school, get your degree, and you will
get your degree. They didn't say get a degree that'll actually return on its value.
No.
Okay, then go and dig them up and slap them.
I miss my grandmother.
I bet. I love mine like crazy. I get it. She sounds great. She sounds enabling, but not in an intentionally bad way.
Oh, she was always there for me, like 100%. She was more like my mom.
In ways that have hurt you, yes. Not, again, intentionally to hurt you. She was doing what she thought was best. It was bad. So what's the 523 out on this? 546, sorry. 546.49.
Gas, groceries, and
on a Royal fucking Caribbean card? You applied for the Royal Caribbean card, bought a Virgin thing on fucking stupid Afterpay, whatever.
Affirm is great.
Affirm.
Because it's so easy. Like I can
why do you like that so much if you've had to go through various forgiveness methods over the past three, now looking at 4 over 5 years, plus draining a nest egg. Why do you like debt so much? Because it has clearly put you in situations where you've had to beg on your knees like a fucking dog.
Not exactly. I mean, I've just had people who were just there and they just willingly helped.
Yeah, but they learned about it somehow. You ever feel like you're just burning money on car insurance? That used to be me every single month, throwing cash out the window for a plan I didn't even understand. Listen, if you haven't compared your car insurance rates in a while, you're possibly getting played. I'm talking about paying way more than you need to. Luckily, Money.com has got you covered by helping you compare multiple car insurance options all in one place. So you don't have to waste your time calling 15 companies like it's 1995. You might take a look and find out you've been overpaying by hundreds of dollars. Hundreds! It can take just minutes to find a better rate. They'll give you options to compare side by side, whether you need full coverage, liability, or just want to pay less for the same plan you already have. So if you're tired of getting burned by fees, click the link in the description to check out money.com and compare car insurance options. Stop paying more than you have to. It's super easy and you could bump up your monthly savings rate. That's a win-win. This is a paid endorsement sponsored by money.com, which is compensated by its marketing partners.
I mean, yeah, like I tell my husband, hey, I'm in trouble with my bank and I need money. And he's like, okay.
Money, so you're asking for money. You don't understand that you...
But my husband has it. Like, he makes great money. You have a disgusting...
I'm sure you're a very nice person outside of the world of just this financial conversation in general. But you have a disgusting attitude and mindset towards debt. You're addicted to debt. You are confused about debt. You don't understand the value of a dollar. You just get enabled on every single turn. Okay, listen, on here you purchased $46. So you're purchasing more money than you put towards it. It's a $35 minimum monthly payment, but you purchased $46.25. And then $11.34 of interest accrued. How long does this take to pay off if you just do your minimum monthly payments with no other purchases? No other purchases?
I'm guessing a year, I was thinking.
19 months.
So I wasn't too far.
19 months for $546 without purchasing, and you can't not purchase. You went to fucking Target and got donuts and Cosmics and Peach Wave frozen yogurt. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
That's not cutting the cows that much.
We love Shipley's.
What was the point of the weight loss surgery if you're getting fucking Shipley's?
So
endlessly, not one time.
No, yeah, it is endlessly. So,
what is the point?
Yeah, this far out from weight loss surgery,
hundreds of dollars of interest this
back. So
wait! You lost 100. What have you gained?
I've gained like 25 back, and my doctor has me on Wegovy, and I was having to pay for that out of pocket in Virginia, but now insurance is covering it, so I don't have to pay anything for it.
You're Wegoving it up. That's okay, but again, unless you treat it like the way you got through the debt fucking management. Listen, those can be, again, a good tool, but the people who do not fix their behavior, fix their eating habits, the moment you're done taking it or you just get used to your different levels, you're going to still gain weight.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of like what's happened, but, like I'm getting there.
You're someone who will never change in life. You don't care enough.
I do care.
No, not enough.
I just don't know what to do.
Not enough. No, come on. Budgeting. Budgeting would help, yet you have never made a budget.
How do you budget when you have more going out than you do coming in?
You don't know where it's going because you haven't made a budget.
Okay, well then I need to know how to make a budget then. Okay, fine. Let's do that.
You could have.
But at the end of the day, like, I've been doing the best I can with what I have.
No. Not even a single fucking chance you've been doing the best you can. You don't know what the best you can even is. Don't even use that phrase. Shut the fuck up.
You just don't get it. Like, you just don't get it. Like, what would you do if you were making $20 an hour? Like, what would you do? Like, how would you feel?
How would I feel?
Yeah, how would you feel if you busted your ass to get a master's degree only to come out making $20 an hour?
Why are you being a dick all of a sudden?
Because, like, here's the thing. Like,
hold on.
I'm doing everything I can to, like, keep my head above water, right?
I made $7.25 an hour for the longest time.
I did too.
So what do you mean I don't know what it
terrible.
feels like? I did that for years. What are you talking about? Of course I know that.
It sucks. And, like, I'm here because, like,
Then
I don't
why are
know.
you throwing that at me? What are you projecting on? Of course I know what it's like. I did that.
It sucks,
No,
right?
I didn't get a master's degree, but I was actually like 40% of Americans who dropped out of college and still had $40,000 for it in debt. Like, what are you talking about? I'd say that's even worse. You had a better opportunity. So shut the fuck up.
But it's really not.
It's not a competition.
Like, I'm in six-figure debt for a master's degree that is just not
but you could
paying
have at
off.
least utilized the degree to try to get a job. It doesn't have to be necessarily in your industry. It doesn't make it easier, yes. But during the great job market of COVID, you could have almost got any job you want as long as you could demonstrate relative skills.
Which is how I got my like hospital job,
but you
and I
could have
love
made
that
more,
job.
too.
I love that job. And, you know, I had just gotten my Virginia temporary license when we had to move. Like, I got it.
Oh, this Hilton honors card is insane.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
need another fucking story. This Hilton honors card's insane.
So part of that is my husband's fault. Part of that.
What? The guy with the money? How would it be his fault? Tell me.
So when he bought the house, of course, he bought a brand new house and it didn't have your washer, dryer, refrigerator. And of course, when you're buying a house, you can't, you know, put anything on credit. You can't do anything. So
While you're through the process of the loan getting approved, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we went to Home Depot.
$431 a month?
Yep.
We're done.
Yep. And that's not even, you see the interest rate and you see like how much interest is being charged.
So why? Okay, so he wanted to get what again?
We got a washer, dryer, and refrigerator. And it was like
but he was going to do it and he was going to put it on his credit, but he couldn't because he was in the process.
Yeah, so
cool. So why didn't he give you the fucking money then to pay this off?
So the deal was, I was like, you know what? I want to contribute. Let me pay half. So we put it on my credit card.
Marriage.
And
marriage.
He gave me his part, and I paid the $2,000 toward the card, and then of course I can't pay my part, right? Because like I don't have it. So that's where we are.
No, what? That's where we are. Wait, did I miss something? You paid your 2,000. Who owes the 12,447?
That's me. I owe it.
So what? What was it?
So, and I want to also let you know that on that card, I had a friend that needed help getting a car, so I put a $2,000 down payment on her car for her to help her out. And she said she's going to pay me back. Like, we've been friends for over 10 years.
When was that?
August of 2023.
Three?
Yes.
You're not getting your money back.
I mean, she sent me like $100.
Oh!
But, you know.
Oh, and you didn't just give someone money. You fucking took out a loan on her behalf. Oh, this card last year alone accrued $3,200 of fucking interest. Somehow you actually made the minimum payment, but $310 of interest accrued. $310 of interest accrued. For sake, this is insane.
But I'm getting a lot of Hilton Honors points, and I get to stay at Hilton properties.
What do you mean Hilton Honors points? You're not making any purchases.
So, all the purchases that I have made, I have like 151,000 Hilton Honors points.
What does that convert to on a dollar amount?
I don't know, because I think it's like 1.5 points per. And like when I was making good money, I like used that card all the time and paid it off. Like
40,455 points.
I was like doing
is what
great.
You have.
I was doing great.
What does that equal in like dollar amounts?
1.5, a lot. But yeah, so we came a couple weeks ago to Austin and we spent the night in one of the Hilton properties for free because of all my points. And we're going to Boston in April.
Yeah, but you spend more than that when you go on travel. You're eating, you're doing shit.
My husband pays for all that.
You better. What about the flight?
My husband pays for all that.
Good.
My husband
That's
pretty
the
much
only
pays for
way I
everything.
will allow you to do that. However, you should spend the time working instead.
My husband pays everything. Like I
That's
literally can't.
objectively not true. We've looked at this.
He pays
I've
like
seen your spending.
he pays like when my account balances. Like he covers electricity, water. We just got a puppy. He paid for the puppy. He paid for vet bills. Like in part on that American Express card. That one and Care Credit and Credit One.
Oh, fucking Credit One. Oh my.
I had to put vet bills on there because my older
Why
dog
didn't
got
you
really
have
sick.
pet insurance like a responsible pet parent?
I've heard bad things about pet insurance, so that's why I
What?
didn't do it. People are saying that.
Hey,
like,
I think I heard things about you just had to put your pet stuff on a credit card. So
I did.
I think pet insurance would have been better.
Maybe.
Okay. By the way, each point, one Hilton Honors point is worth 0.006 cents. You said it was worth $1.50 each point.
I think
You're fucking like not only entitled, you're a little stupid on you don't understand your finances. Not stupid in the world, but stupid in finances.
I mean, I've done the math.
You have
and I've tried-
$243 in points. That's what you got from all that? It accrues $500 a month in interest. A month. You got $240 in points one time.
But that's $240 that like I get to go stay somewhere.
No. You're losing double that on a monthly basis.
But-
that could be going to staying somewhere twice.
I like to travel.
This must be the consolidation loan.
Yes, that's all my debt management, and they did help me with a lot of the interest rates on a lot of them, as you can see.
But it says current APR is 25%, so that's your good interest rates?
On the next to that, the DMP APR, like it shows you like what they got it down to.
Your current payment's $1,000 a month?
So
You're done. You're done.
My
Bankruptcy.
My debt management. Oh, I almost filed bankruptcy. I tried to a few months ago.
But it
we
doesn't
couldn't.
matter because what happened? Hey, what happened? Why did you have to? You got your debt paid off once by taking from the retirement. Why'd you have to pay off debt a second time after that?
Because I didn't learn my lesson the first
There
time.
you fucking go. So if you have to do this the fourth time, you're not. If you declare bankruptcy right now, you're going to be in bankruptcy in 2 years. That is your trend. You actually answered an answer correctly for the very first time. And if you're able to acknowledge that, no, you don't get debt forgiven. You don't do this. You don't fucking do things until you are able to actually change your behavior. Because if you get to a point where you're actually getting help, but you don't change your behavior, you end up here for the fifth fucking time.
No, I think this time is going to be
So
different.
what's different, huh? Tell me with words and logic.
So because I'm making my debt management payments, they'll be done in a few years. And these next few years
You're
is
gonna
when
be
I'm
in your
getting my
mid
life
40s,
together.
$0 in retirement. What a joke! Life
I
together
mean-
in our 40s. What a fucking joke! What a joke!
I'm gonna have some retirement.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I'm going to have some retirement though.
How?
I mean,
You're saying things, but you're not able to back them up with anything.
so my long-term goal is once I get out of law school.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt for law school.
Because I mean, that's why I'm trying to get really good on the LSAT because that means I can get scholarships. So law school won't be so much. Because law school's like super expensive. It can
I
be
know
anywhere
law school's like super expensive.
like $15,000 to $30,000 per semester. And I sure don't have that kind of money laying around.
You don't have any money laying around.
I don't. I have negative money rolling around. So that's kind of where we
You
are.
could fix, but you're not.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna
Gonna.
fix
Everything
it.
is gonna. Your entire life has been gonna, but you've never
has.
gunned. You've never gunned, meaning now you were gonna when you were 20, you said I'm gonna, and then when you're 25, you said I'm gonna. When you're 30, you said I'm gonna. 35, gonna. You're almost 40, and you haven't gunned once.
Because I'm too busy. Like I do a lot of things for other people.
You work 40
right?
hours a week. Shut the fuck up, busy.
So on one of those
You don't have
credit
any
cards,
kids. Shut the fuck up, busy.
one of those credit cards, I bought my mom a $3,000 scooter, because we were getting ready for our Disney wedding, and
You're fucking Disney. Why did that can't be cheap?
it actually was.
What's cheap? You don't know the value of a dollar.
So we
I
did.
just sounded like Beetlejuice. What?
We did a Disney cruise wedding, and the package was only like $4,500
For the whole thing.
for just the wedding package, and then our cruise fare was like $2,500, I
But
think.
then you have to get things like fucking. He had to get suits, and
He had a custom made suit.
And what did you must have, did you have a custom wedding dress to go with it?
So I didn't have a custom dress, but I did have a couture $10,000 wedding dress. And then we took pictures at Disney when we got back, and that was $3,000. But my husband paid for that. I didn't pay for that.
And the dress?
So I paid for my dress.
How? With what money? How? What money? How?
So when we were in DC, this is when I was making good money. That's how I was able to afford the dress. The original.
No. You don't get a $10,000 just dress, one part of the multi-$1,000 wedding, good value wedding. You don't get to do that with $75,000 a year. You don't know. It's because you pulled from your retirement fund. It's because you pulled for the fucking nest egg that was given to you from, was it grandmama? Was grandmama the one that gave us the money? Did you give your mom money?
Mm-hmm, my mom.
Okay, then why the do you have to buy your mom a little scooter mobile?
Because my mom apparently didn't have any money left.
You both are the same. I need to have an audit with her.
You do.
How old is
really
she?
use it.
Generational incest. What?
She's like 63.
Is she morbidly obese?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's
She's got a lot of health problems.
which is what happens if we get morbidly obese in our 60s. You're headed to your 40s.
She's got knee problems. She's got
Which
asthma.
is what happens when you're morbidly obese.
She's got all kinds of problems.
Which is what happens when you're morbidly obese.
So, and because her scooter broke like 2 weekends for our wedding.
Probably because she's morbidly obese.
And yeah, so I bought her a scooter and she was going to pay me back and she didn't.
Oh, that hasn't happened ever in your entire fucking life. Oh. I just threw my thing. Only thing helping me through this episode.
It was great because like we had our great wedding and the pictures were great.
Where's the debt for that $10,000? Or you said you had to have taken out. You either took out debt for the wedding dress, or you paid for it in cash, and then all the other things that you normally buy with cash, you put it on debt.
So I didn't. So basically,
it went on debt somewhere in some way.
I didn't though, because when I was in DC, this is when I was making great money.
You were making great money for DC.
So I didn't have to pay for it all at once. I had to put a deposit down, and then I just made payments. Like every time I got
that is a debt.
But I didn't put it on a credit card.
That is still debt. You think credit card's the only debt?
But I didn't go into debt.
We just defined it. Yes, you did.
But I didn't put it on a credit card.
There are more debts out there than a credit card.
I disagree, but okay. But debt to me is just on a credit card, right?
But that's not true. That's just one of those endless things in this conversation that I need you to change your mind on. Why come on the money show? The money show where we talk about this and I say something's a debt and you say that's not true.
So I guess for the longest time I've kind of been in denial.
No fucking shit.
And I really do want to change. I just don't know how.
Maybe start with listen to me.
Okay.
Someone who's done it and has helped many thousands do it.
But my wedding dress was so pretty.
I get it. These are the sacrifices we make. We do the sacrifice game when we're getting out of debt. We give up some of the things that we want. I'm not saying you can't have the wedding, but maybe we're not getting a $10,000 dress in the wedding. Listen.
And that was the second wedding dress I bought too. I had a dress when we eloped in Vegas. I had a dress for that too.
You were already married?
Mm-hmm. We eloped before he went to Tampa.
And yeah, you guys really aren't married anyway, so maybe we need to have a third one. $2,352 owed on this card with a $80.96 minimum monthly payment. You have to be receptive to this stuff for me to continue. Are you receptive?
Yes.
Promise?
100%.
$2,352.93. It's an American Airlines Advantage? Gosh. Oh, because the airline miles. Don't say any words.
I really don't fly with them. I fly with Southwest mainly.
Well, I'm glad we have $2,352.93 of debt that we're giving them $80.96 in minimum monthly payments for a fucking one we don't use. for fees. We had fees, $90 fee. It must be a plan fee. And then $403 of interest accrued last year. Capital One Quicksilver.
Oh, yeah, I have that credit card. It's sat empty for a long time. And then I
Stomach's
just had to
yelling
start
at
using
me.
it. Is it?
It keeps going. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you about to Rhea all over the fucking...
No.
$701.56 of the $25 monthly payment, $6.87 purchase, $17.17 of interest. Target.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening to you? You are seriously dying. I don't think the mic's picking this up, but are you fucking transitioning into a creature?
No.
Are you about to? Did you take the substance before this?
No.
Are you becoming your greater and better self in front of my eyes?
I think so.
Okay. $134 in interest. Here's credit one. Credit one fucking sucks. You know you're in the bottom of the barrel. That's how
So
you...
I've had that card since 2015.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
So like a long time.
Fun fact, close all of your accounts right now. Boom, there it is. Got it. Instruction number 1. You said you wanted help. There's your help.
Okay.
Okay, you got it?
I got it.
Okay. It's almost maxed out.
Yeah. I mean,
$100 of interest. Shut the fuck up.
you can't
Annual
act
fee,
surprised.
shut the fuck up. No, I'm not surprised by anything. Listen to your language. Listen how your behavior. Listen. If you're going to use a credit card, you can use a debit card called the Fizz card in our resources section, just like everything else. It's a debit card, but it builds credit and you still get the rewards, but you can only spend what is in your checking account. Okay?
But I like the buy now, pay later.
I know you do. It has not worked out. Your stomach is still making sounds. Raymond James. What is this? Wait, what is this? 191,000.
That was my money.
Oh, this is what it was. Look what it could have been. No. It wasn't 175. It was deposited 226,000. You had 50,000 more than you even told me. You blew through $250,000. You blew through $250,000. This would change everybody's life. You have to get to like 100 millionaire status for $250,000 not to matter at that point. This would change everyone's life, from the producer's life to your life to the person on the street to my life. And I've been blessed enough to be pretty darn successful. $250,000 is life changing. You can do so much with that. You know how much I could grow this business with $250,000 just hidden right now?
I was supposed to get more.
I'm glad you didn't, because it would be gone. You're a spoiled brat.
I think I would have kept it.
What? How can you say that? You went through $250,000. You were so defensive for no reason. You're so there's no suggestion. There is no suggestion that.
You okay
Law
over
school?
there?
We have to do law school? Because again, there's no point. What if we make a plan? It doesn't make sense. You're going to law school. That'll be a full-time job making $0 and going in debt.
No, law school I'm doing part-time and it's online.
So what is that going to take? 10 years?
It takes 4 instead of 3.
How part-time is that really then?
So you do classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So how are you going to be able to work?
So my job,
consistently?
I work 5 a.m.
You
to
hate
1
your
p.m.
job.
I do, but I'm gonna have to hold on to it. Like that's why I'm having to stick it out.
But
Because like I literally don't have any other choice.
No, you really don't. You really don't. You really don't.
So like
Maybe
I'm
you should
sticking
get
it
an
out.
accounting certification through Course Careers. There are boys that you can put on resumes. And more resources. I just want to give you access to everything, but at least it'll teach you how to fucking make accounts. Just go through our budgeting program. That'll be good. Actually, never mind. You're doing law school. You don't need that. Maybe we'll gift one to the audience. I did not expect this. I didn't know what to expect. I really thought this conversation was basically like we've hit the bottom of the barrel. There's no way. You ended with negative $587 in your checking account. This is a joke. You are 39, but you're acting like you're 13.
But it's gonna get better.
I'm
It's gonna get better. Like it's gonna change like today.
Jake, for a second, I'd like you to grab her slider and take it to 0, if you would be so kind. Your participating in this conversation is no longer required. Shut the fuck up.
But
You're not being picked up right now. You have no audio. You're muted. You're done.
but it's not even fair.
You're not being picked up right now.
Like, it's not
You're not even being picked up right now. Not even fair. You blew through $250,000. There's no fair. I want to help you. You keep saying you want help, but then you hit me with just the most childish, immature thing. You're door dashing. You're fucking crashing. In Apple Cash, PayPal, Dutch Bros, Pizza Hut, Sirius XM. We're not in the fucking 2005. What are you doing? PayPal, Starbucks? You're not being picked up. You're not a part of this conversation. You're not being picked up. They can only hear me. Alta, Legion, the PayPal, Mama Margie's. Oh, there's an overdraft of $35. Shut the fuck up, lady. Bath and Body Works, Wisely Idiot. You're not being picked up. No one can hear. You can tell me whatever you want. No one will hear it. PayPal, Pizza Hut, Netflix, Discovery, overdraft fee free for this month so far. Disney Mob. What the fuck is a Disney Mob? PayPal, they still can't hear you, so I don't give a overdraft fee. So what do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 overdraft fees in 1 month. $770 of overdraft fees this year so far. You can bring her up. You can turn. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't allow.
But you don't even I'm doing the best I can with what I have now, right? Like I can't go back.
Objectively not with your health or your finances or anything. So that's just I don't mean it to bring it back to that, but it's just another example of our lives. I'm not doing the best I can on health, but I'm acknowledging that, and I'm willing to acknowledge that. But I'm doing the best I can on my finances, and I fixed my life. If I don't acknowledge things, if you're just living in delusion, you're never going to get anywhere. Listen, if I build a budget, it doesn't matter. You're going to go to law school, and the law school is going to cost more than anything. We can't build you a budget. There's nothing to be done here. And they hate it when I don't build a budget, and so do I. But it's just like you spent $2,000.
We can build a budget.
We can build a budget. There's not a point.
I still have money coming in. I still have money coming in. Like I'm still gonna have my job.
Well, okay. Well, let's attempt it then.
And let's not forget that I'm gonna have student loans coming back too.
Huh?
I'm gonna have student loans coming back from.
Back?
Yeah, because like in my grad school, I took out the max I could every semester, so I could have like money coming back, so I could.
Let's film the post show. That's that I can't deal with that logic. Sit down with the resources we gave you. Maybe they can get across from you in a different way. I've actually tried to be more chill in this and just like give it to you, because usually sometimes I think people need the wake up call, so I go intense. But you're lost. Your mindset on this is so broken, and you thought this show would fix you by it being a number problem. It's not. Your maturity levels, your view on this is so out of whack that it is done. That is done. And this is your fucking neighbor, coworker, everyone's apparently psychologist too. This is your fucking listen. I mean,
I'm gonna be a lawyer. It's okay. I'm gonna be a lawyer.
I hope so.
And then I can come help you one day.
Yes, you might be good at your job. You are bad at finances, and you are not willing to listen, and you're being unproductive. You're not. You're simply not. Your worldview and everything is wrong. Stop it. Hammer Financial Score, inbred. And if you want come join us in the post show. We'll at least have a more good time there. I'll get out of the bad mood because we can just have more fun. But usually we learn about something crazy that Lindsay knows that I don't know, because Lindsay knows everything about their lives. And join the elite for more value. There's a call-in show where you can call in and you can talk to me and get my take on your situation, whatever it is. If it's life, if it's drama, if it's finances, join elite. See you in the Financial Auto Post show. My name's Caleb. How are you? She's been bailed out.
Her car payment fell through, and I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I just sent you $500 yesterday, so.
Her car payment fell through today?
She got a cosigner for X.
When she was married with you, she brought in her ex to cosign?
Yeah.
This is insane! To watch the Financial Audit Post show, click the join button below.